If you guys have been following the channel, you obviously will know that I really do enjoy taking a look at other people's opinions when there's a topic going around in Fortnite. I love hearing what everybody has to say. That's part of so many of the videos that we make over here on the channel, is taking a look at what our community has to say. So today, I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into that. I have made multiple videos on not just drama, but different topics throughout the Fortnite season that we've had right now. And I want to take a look at some of the top replies, some interesting replies that we had on the channel over here, because of course it has been, and I've been open about this, a little bit more difficult for me to keep up on all of these comments because I'm so grateful that so many people have been commenting down below, but it's a little bit difficult for me to keep up with everybody. So today I wanted to make that into a video today, taking a look at some of the top comments, some of the most interesting comments, and we're going to react to them. And as always, I would love to know what you think down below afterwards. We're going to get into it in just a second. Before we do though, I do want to say hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. Let's start off this video with the first video that I made, and that being just talking about the player counts and the drama with the brand new Fortnite season that we had. Everybody talking about the summer update, everybody talking about, hey, essentially saying, hey, the player numbers don't lie, everybody hates the season, everybody is abandoning Fortnite, and it's just a big deal kind of made out of nothing. So I want to take a look at a couple replies from this. Mr. Tay Daniel had this to say: do people even enjoy do people even enjoy Fortnite for what it is? I am in no way a top tier player, but if you can't have fun without broken items, then maybe you didn't like the game in the first place. I had fun with the broken cars, and I still have fun with the nerfs because I know how to win regardless of what my arsenal is. People will sit down and people will talk about how asking people to adapt to a game is ridiculous. I don't believe that to be the case, but I like what you had to say at the beginning here. Do people even enjoy Fortnite for what it is? It's true. I don't understand why everybody is always so bent out of shape when it comes to this game. I will say though, if you happen to not catch any other videos, I have always been supportive and think it is the correct thing to do for Epic Games to split the loot pools, but I don't know why people don't have fun with broken items. I don't get it. The only people that I do understand is that people are really trying to make money in cash cups. Other than that, I don't get why you wouldn't have fun with all of this. This comment did have a reply to it, and we're going to take a look at a couple, I believe. These people don't like the game. They get bored a month into every season and then claim that it's because of lack of content, or the game has lost its magic, or the balance changes ruined it. No, you were just burnt out of the core gameplay of Fortnite. This is entirely true. People, and I've always been saying this since we heard Jojo Josiah say it, people treat Fortnite like a religion. They force themselves to play it, even though they hate it, even though they're burnt out, and then go online and whine and cry about it. This may not be the case for you, but this is absolutely the case for what I believe to be the vast majority of the people who are really not enjoying the game right now. Anyways, let's continue on to a username by Lachlan B. It's because the core gameplay of Fortnite is tainted by these bad items. These bad items hurt the core gameplay. Hurting the core gameplay with these broken items works for like a week. Just look at Season X. For broken stuff, have LTMs. They're limited for a reason, because broken stuff gets boring very quickly. I actually think the opposite, to be honest with you. I think that broken stuff is more fun the more that I play it, but that could just be me. I understand, and to say that the core of gameplay of Fortnite is tainted by these bad items, is that really what Fortnite should be? Because I've always kind of looked at Fortnite kind of like, okay, this is something that just doesn't take itself seriously. Anything can come. These broken items, different items can come. It's kind of, I've always looked at Fortnite as an anything can happen type game. I understand like the core gameplay of Fortnite, the battle royale with building. I get that. But even if you want to argue it, the core gameplay of Fortnite is actually save the world. I understand that as well, but I don't really agree with this, but it is honestly a really good reply. But let's continue on to another video, and this was a very interesting one because I have seen Tim Sweeney finally get some of the love from all of the hate that I don't believe that he deserves. And this is the Epic CEO Speaks Up thumbnail. It's about Tim Sweeney replying. I don't remember if he was replying to some random person on Twitter, but regardless, he was saying that all of his employees are free to speak no matter what they believe on. And it's been really nice to see a lot of people really turn the other side to Tim Sweeney when it comes to that. But don't get me wrong, there's still a ton of Tim Sweeney hate online. Shun2232 had this to say: I'm going to be honest, adding player counts to the UI was a massive mistake. It just gave more people with a doomer mindset in this community more ammo to fearmonger. The fact that Fortnite is only alive to these people if the whole world is playing it 24/7 every day of the year just goes to show how successful this game truly is. And that's entirely true. And that's something we should all really appreciate Tim Sweeney and Donald Mustard for. Not just necessarily Donald Mustard. Tim Sweeney also played a huge part of this, and all of the Epic Games devs. This was a very, very well said comment in my opinion, and I did want to feature it when I saw this. Javi the Noob, Javi, I don't know if you will be watching this video, but I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you leaving your comment, and you left a really nice comment. So, Javi the Noob had this to say. Hey Kyle, it's been a while since I tuned into one of your videos. Tim Sweeney is definitely a guy for the people. Also, cancel culture is the stupidest thing ever. People nowadays act holier than thou, but don't like to have conversations with people who have opposite views. And of course, this is in relation to people not liking Tim Sweeney. Like, you've seen a good mix online. I would say more positive than negative for me personally. That's what I have seen online for Tim Sweeney, because one of his Epic Games devs was calling, I don't remember exactly what he said, but he's like, oh my god, you're a piece of crap just because of something that they believe in. Even the Epic Games devs now, they're free to speak about how they feel about the Cybertruck and Tesla. A lot of people like that. I like that Tim Sweeney lets his employees say what they want. I like that people just aren't censored. Now, I'm almost sure that I've said this before on the channel, but the reason why I also wanted to include Javi's comment, because when he had to say people nowadays act holier than thou, but don't like to have conversations with people who have opposite views, I always believe the people online constantly campaigning to cancel people, to deplatform people. And don't get me wrong, I actually believe that there are some people that, like, the world could be better without, okay? But at the end of the day, I do believe everybody should. It's a tough conversation to have, of course, because I think there's special circumstances where it's better that people aren't around, but I understand that you can't do that along, because what's stopping you from that happening to just regular people? You know what I mean? Gets into a really dicey conversation. My point being, I understand sometimes when people don't want to see anybody on the internet influencing people or things like that. But the people constantly campaigning and the people constantly just seeing things they don't like, not having to want to have conversations, just wanting them off the internet, especially for just dumb things or people that disagree with them. I wholeheartedly believe that those people are overcorrecting for something that they did. I think that they touched a girl inappropriately, or I think that they've sent pictures of themselves to people. Like, I think that they are overcorrecting for something. They're like, yes, I'm fighting for justice over here. Like, nobody is holier than thou. I'm 100% something at some point in your life could have had you canceled. I'm sure of it. Every single person. But for the people constantly campaigning, that's my own conspiracy theory, and I wholeheartedly believe that. So Javi, if you happen to catch this video, I really appreciate you coming back. It's good to see. Anyways, let's take a look at aggro. Don't know what else much outside of what Tim said, but huge W for Tim, honestly. And I wanted to include this one because this was the vast majority of comments that I came across personally, and it's nice to see that Tim Sweeney is getting a little bit of the love that he likes to see, or that he deserves, in my opinion. Anyways, let's continue on to another video. How good is Fortnite Reload? And you can tell when I do my own thumbnails. Let's keep going through some of these comments on Fortnite Reload. I don't think this mode will ever get stale as long as they regularly swap out POIs and change the exotics that drop. You're 100% right that this did not need to have tilted towers to get people playing it. In my opinion, there are two things that the majority of people hate about Chapter 5, and that's A, realistic bullet physics, and B, the realistic graphics. Chapter 4 was a perfect blend of Unreal Engine lighting and object textures that still felt like Fortnite. I love the biomes and zones of Chapter 4, and would sometimes just sit on a hill looking over the cherry blossom trees or on top of Eclipse Estate staring over the lush autumn terrain at sunset. I have done this exact same thing, and this Chapter 4, I love to see that it's finally getting the love that it deserves, but it's what this community does, man. As soon as we exit a chapter, you can guarantee in Chapter 6, does anybody miss the attachments in Chapter 5? I loved customizing my weapon to be exactly how I want it. You know that's exactly what is coming, but I wholeheartedly believe about the graphics of Chapter 4 as well, and I really like what they've been doing with Fortnite Reload. So far, the updates to it have been absolutely phenomenal. Now we know that we're actually getting another biome, so I really like that, and it's just really cool to see another person, and I know it's not just... I know it's just not us too, but I like that when people appreciate the graphics as much as I do, in the sense where it's like sometimes I sit back and I actually just look at the beauty of the game, especially when I play it. Now, let's continue on. Lit C also had something to say. Now, I agree with a lot here in this video. I love this mode a lot, and I really like the loot pool. I'm in a lucky spot of Fortnite right now because I really love both the BRs right now, normal and reload. I see why a lot of people might stick to reload for the rest of the chapter. Bullet drop comes to mind. Weapon attachments, I don't really see that as much. I like those for being able to customize my weapons to be my exact playstyle. For example, I love putting a laser on my assault rifles to run them as SMGs too. But I digress. Reload is a lot of fun, and I much prefer the loot pool there, minus maybe some movement options we have in normal BR right now. But ultimately, for me at least, I'm probably going to still be playing the normal BR more this chapter. It just has a lot of stuff I love about it right now. Wacky, stupid fun with a funny loot pool. And sure, I'll say it, it's not as sweaty, but I think that having Reload as a permanent, hopefully, mode will also finally solve a ton of issues that we've had over the course of Chapter 5, and more specifically, Chapter 5 Season 3. All the comp players are moving over to Reload now, it seems. Anyways, there are all my weird thoughts about Reload dumped on the table. Thanks for reading. Thanks for the shout out, by the way. I really don't deserve all this love. And Let's See, you absolutely do deserve all the love, guys. Go check out Let's See. And I think we looked at another comment from Aggro as well. Go check out both of their channels, guys. Fantastic stuff over there. But this was a very well said comment. I actually don't have anything to add about it. It's a very, very good way to take a look at Fortnite Reload in its state right now. But we still have another comment to talk about with Fortnite Reload. Salty's... Sorry. I didn't look at the username before I grabbed this. This made me actually enjoy playing this game again. The fact that it can actually be rewarded for good aim due to hit scan compared to bullet drop has honestly never felt so refreshing up until now. Since about a month has passed since Season 3 began, I'm honestly all over it. Sure, it's different and fun here and there, but cars are still a huge problem even after the nerfs. They're still not impossible to overcome. You absolutely need EMPs to effectively counter the cars. I can only hope that the Marvel season will be a great season, but we of course will have to wait until that season initially releases. I do disagree about the cars, but it's really nice to see that people enjoy Fortnite Reload and enjoy the gameplay that it is right now, especially the people who do like hit scan. It's interesting if they end up keeping hit scan through Chapter 6, because then, assuming that Fortnite Reload's permanent, you'll have one with hit scan, one without. I think it's a good balance to have. Let's continue on to this is one that I actually really wanted to talk about, because we had a reaction video to Benny Has a Problem, and I wanted to take a look at my top reply to it, because you know what? I'll just read it to you first, okay? I wrote a comment editing the initial pinned comment. I just received a message and I was unaware that this was the big YouTuber that recently passed. My heart goes out to him and his family, and I wish I would have been able to say something in the video to sound more genuine. I hope this video ages well to honor a great video and seemingly a great person. May he rest in peace. Just wanted to touch on this while I was taking a look at comments on YouTube, because I didn't say anything. I just, hey, we're reacting to Benny Has a Problem today, and it was a really good video, guys. Go check out Benny Has a Problem. I didn't know that he was the YouTuber that passed, and it was it was obviously, like, I remember there was a bigger YouTuber that unfortunately passed away, and I believe it was due to a car crash, and I know a lot of the community was kind of going crazy about it. Like I can't believe this happened. I loved watching Benny's content, and I didn't mention any of that in the video. So I wanted to just sit here and give my condolences to his family, and hopefully Benny is doing well in the afterlife. I hope nothing but the best for him and his family, and I just wanted to sound a little bit more genuine than just randomly in a pinned comment. I hope nothing but the best for him and his family, and honestly, been watching some more of his content, and it's sad, man, especially when it's sad, like, watching somebody knowing that they're not here anymore, but at least hopefully his memory can always live through YouTube, and that'll be a really nice thing. But anyways, the video topic was about content creators ruining your games. Are people making guides and stuff like that kind of hurting people because people are constantly getting good? I want to take a look at a comment from the White Tiger God. Not gonna lie, the moment someone tries to make a career off of their content is when I unsubscribe and just watch from afar. People change once money becomes involved, and has become just about pushing the content for your jobs, clicks, and likes, and not for the love of said content. As an artist myself, I will always maintain that artists are any sort of the best when it's just a hobby. I understand what you're saying, and that makes a ton of sense, but I would encourage anybody who does agree with this to not necessarily make that a rule. As soon as people get monetized or something like that, you can just, if people change, then take off if you want to take off. I don't understand why that needs to be a rule. You can just give people a chance. That's how I feel about it personally. Let's take a look at another comment from Derek McLusky over here. There's two guys that I met randomly in Fortnite that I play with regularly, going on 2 years. We're all adults, but both these guys have never had a job and live with their parents and are always on. We're all late 30s. Their stories have never changed. They are literally the 30-year-old man living in their mom's basement. One of them gets so angry when he dies. On YouTube, I can't even tell you stuff this guy says. I mean, he goes off about going to the guy who eliminated his house and hurting him. I've told him to touch grass. I work, so when I get eliminated, I just laugh it off. This guy's late 30s, never worked, and played Fortnite too much and rages. One thing he does a lot that makes me roll my eyes is he will get angry at the skin that killed him. Like, he gets eliminated and goes, oh, of course, it's damn Laura Croft skin. Of course, it's a Master Chief skin. Of course, it's a tier 100 skin. Of course, it's a tier 1 skin. Of course, it's an anime skin. Of course, it's a pink skin. Of course, are they wearing a hat? Of course, are they wearing shoes? No matter what takes him out, he's super pissed off. of all the skins that could have taken him out, it was the one that got him. It doesn't matter who it is. How dare they? I left it first. Now I'm just annoyed. Do you think he plays too much? This is the reality. And guys, for those of you who are sitting down right now and raging at your games, being emotionally unstable at something that is supposed to bring you joy, just sit back, relax, and you guys get irrationally angry at this. This is your future. To live in your mother's basement when you're almost 40 years old, and I'm not saying, of course, like it's not Derek, the person who commented this is his friends, but this is your future. Still getting angry at the same people. Oh man, Laura Croft killed me. Oh my god, Peely, who uses Peely and just gets so angry about it? That's your future. People don't usually change, and you have an opportunity to change right now, because once you grow up and you're still in your late 30s, you move into your 40s, your 50s, you're going to be that same guy. You need a little bit of a mental shift, and I thought this was a beautiful comment because I know people like this, and I'm sure you guys do as well. Video games are meant to sit back, relax, and have fun. They're meant to be an enjoyable experience, and if you do not enjoy video games, perhaps you need a break or you need a mental shift. Speaking of this, there is a way that you can enjoy Fortnite again. I want to bring you over to this video, guys, over here. How to enjoy Fortnite again. I give you a tough pill that's hard to swallow for most people. Let's take a look at that video, guys. I would love to have you over there. Thank you so much for all of your comments. I really, really appreciate you commenting down below on this channel, guys. Take care.